G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here in the majestic Flinders Ranges. A mecca for motorcycle riders. Of course, this series is not without the usual drama you have come to love, along with some danger and bromance thrown in for good measure. So without any further ado, strap on those helmets and get ready for the Flinders Ranges ride! Let's cross over live to Santiago and Adrian as they leave Sydney with the most important package, my bike, and head towards the Flinders Ranges.
Finally off with a Wayne shitbox of a bike. Santiago's bike.
11 a.m. and we were meant to head off at 6. But that's the way it is.
Now, whilst all this was going on, I wasn't just sitting around in the Flinders with my finger up my bum. I was like Rocky Balboa, climbing mountains and getting fit, because I take my motorcycle riding very seriously. Meanwhile, all the boys were converging on wife Jackie's and my location, Willow Springs. And as Adrian the Pin-Up Boy and Santiago got closer to South Australia, the weather became colder. Because the Flinders, my fellow adventure riders, is no place for boys. Wife Jackie and I have already been here for almost 2 months. So take it from me, the beautiful and majestic Flinders Ranges can be a harsh and unforgiving place. Just ask this Willow Springs sheep, who owes her life to a lover of all things great and small, Artist Wayne. And whilst I was saving lives, 2 of our riders had finally arrived. Rob the Mushroom Man and Zdeneck the Mechanic. Meanwhile,
Here we are in home Mitre 10 or whatever it's called. Santiago forgot to bring a jerry can, so we have to buy a jerry can for him.
not long now and the boys would be reunited with yours truly, and I bet they couldn't wait.
Day 3 of driving Wayne's shitty bike across the middle of Australia.
We already earned half of the channel royalties. We're going to be rich. This is our savings for the rest of our lives. Here we go.
And finally the boys were about to meet up with wife Jackie, Rob, Zdeneck and I at the Wilpena Pound Cafe for lunch.
Hello, Dad.
We're going to take a wallet.
Bring it in, homies!
Are you homeless or what?
Now, whilst we were enjoying lunch, Adrian and Santiago told me a very interesting story about our mudslinger mates, Bada Boom Bada Bing, Bingus Khan and Brendo. You see, early this morning they had met up with the last 2 riders in our group, Hardcore Mick and Trent the Master Chief.
Drama.
Okay, so this is a story. Bing and Brendan came out here last week.
By themselves.
By themselves, rode out from Sydney. Bing rode from Coffs.
How come we weren't invited?
As a prank. As a prank, and they put stickers on all the petrol houses where we're likely to get fuel from and stuff like that.
Oh, you didn't know anything?
No. Told no one.
Oh, really? And what, stickers of what?
The stickers of their heads. They had a photo and made a sticker up.
Really?
So we'd get there and go, oh, what the fuck is this?
Now, to cut a long story short, while the boys were on their sticker run a week before we'd arrived, poor Bingus Khan hit a sheep, busting himself up, and was amboed out of the Flinders, leaving his bike behind in Blinman. Now, our mate Bada Boom Bada Bing is okay, because when I spoke to him, he was healing up at home with busted ribs in a world of pain, and he'll probably never eat lamb chops again. Now it was time for us to get the bikes unloaded and for me to be reunited with my mighty Yamaha T7.
You feel excited?
Right, will it start?
No. I'll
Will it
fucking
start?
charge you. I charge you battery. You ungrateful motherfucker.
No, it's dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
idiot.
hang on,
What are you
hang on,
doing?
hang on.
Yeah.
Woo! We haven't even started riding. What are you doing?
I'm changing my air filter. Is that alright?
Twas the night before the ride. And Adrian's changing his filter. We're here at Willow Springs. Trent's been complaining about his prostate, so what are you Adrian's putting the gloves on. He's going to do an examination.
So look, because Adrian is a useless. Right. So
What? So you were going to do all this work on your bike, but you didn't bring any grease?
6 months to do this.
Lucky Trent brought some grease.
You do nothing.
Well, I wanted to show you guys how to do it because you guys obviously don't put any maintenance on your bike.
You don't even know how to do shit.
Righto, bend over, Santiago. Now, whilst all these shenanigans were going on, Rob and Zdeneck had been off on a ride, making sure their bikes were all ready for the big day tomorrow.
You can fit your helmet here.
Hey, that's a big tank. You need a bigger tank bag.
I tell you what, mate. There aren't many bigger tanks around.
It's got 2 fillers, has it? A plane comes in and fills this thing.
Mate, you have to get certified to be able to fill it.
That thing.
What?
That thing there, moving.
This?
Yeah.
No, that's the standard that comes with it.
Yeah, it comes.
What does it do?
It's
Pump petrol in? You just got to do that all the time? Tell us what it is, Rob.
That's no, obviously that's a steering dampener.
The steering dampener, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, they're normally bigger than that, aren't they?
Yeah, you can get the Aussie made ones that I think are a little bit better than this. But that's the standard comes with the
Yeah. Tenere World Raid. And whilst all this was going on, Hardcore Mick finally arrived after his visit to Blinman, where he picked up our mate Bada Boom Bada Bing's broken bike. Now all 7 of us were here at Willow Springs ready for our epic Flinders Ranges ride. However, after dinner, Zdeneck realised he had a front flat tyre. Operation Tube Change was about to begin.
Are you NRMA? Oh no, it's a homeless guy. It's a homeless guy.
You steal that?
So what's happened? Look, we haven't even started the ride. And then
we
this
haven't
guy,
started the ride.
we haven't even started the ride. Day 0 and Zdeneck already had a flat tire. Day -1 and your bike is already.
Of course, we had the right man for the job. We had Zdeneck the Mechanic, along with his trusty sidekick, yours truly.
There is a hole.
Talk to us.
There is a hole.
How big is it?
In this case, hole
How big is it? But isn't it? It's very small.
A pinched tube due to burrs and oxidisation of the rim. Clean-up and taping would be required. And then there was a discussion on what was best when reinstalling a tube. Baby powder or detergent? I use baby powder because if you go through a creek crossing and the water goes in there with the detergent, I feel like the tube could
Get
move
clean.
and slip. No, it could slip.
Do you think people care much about what you feel or about what the real mechanic knows?
Eventually the job got done and we all went to bed, comforted in the fact that all our bikes were ready and prepped for our first ride in the Flinders Ranges.
You know, battery's fucked.
Push the starter at the same time. Well, didn't this suck? Adrian the Pin-Up Boy's KTM 790 was fucked. This looked like a job for Zdeneck the Mechanic. My hands over the back of the exhaust, would that make a difference?
Bought it, just traded in. And I get rid of it. Even obviously, I'm biggest fan of KTM. I would go and buy a Yamaha. Yeah. It's for me so disappointment to say it. For the camera.
There was nothing left for it but to put Adrian's bike on his trailer and drive it to the top of a hill in the hope that he may be able to clutch start it. Personally, I would have taken it to the edge of a cliff and thrown it off. But there you go. We were continuing to waste valuable ride time because today we were riding Willow Springs' famous Skytrek, which apparently takes motorcycles 5 to 6 hours to complete.
Good luck. Second.
Would Adrian the Pin-Up Boy
Second.
be able to start his bike, or would we be leaving him behind? Beautiful. Thank he got his bike started. Now we could ride. Welcome to Skytrek, Willow Springs, Flinders Ranges, South Australia. One of Australia's popular and most diverse four-wheel drive tracks. A track that must be started no later than 10:30 a.m. Gee whiz, after all the dicking around with Adrian's 790 KTM, we must have just made the cut. Set on the famous 70,000 acre Willow Springs Sheep Station, Skytrek is an 80-kilometre self-drive off-road adventure loop, taking you through majestic river-red gum-lined creeks, groves of native pines and black oak, over blue bush plains, through rugged mountain valleys, with huge hill climbs and steep descents over multiple mountain ranges. With the aid of a self-guided map that couldn't be entrusted to me, we got to experience the unique and outstanding features such as ruins of old shepherds' huts, ochre cliffs, Aboriginal etchings, natural springs, and the original Willow Springs waterhole. The modern and historic points of interest, including windmills, mustering yards and stock ratios, gave us a better understanding of the pastoral operation of the station. Now, I'm not saying we didn't appreciate all that stuff, but we were here to ride, so what we did see went whizzing by rather quickly. Now, the first thing I noticed when riding in the Flinders Ranges was how rocky it is. It is so rocky, and to prevent getting a flat, I was running some fairly high tyre pressures, which made my bike feel like I was riding in a rodeo on a wild bull, and I did not like it at all. Now, our first day here on this beautiful Skytrek track on Willow Springs Station in this epic place they call the Flinders Ranges wasn't without the usual dramas, and the first person to complain about something going wrong was Santiago. You see, he'd not only borrowed his wife Angie's Yamaha T7, but he'd also taken her Camelback, and he was about to complain about it leaking. And of course, he was blaming his wife Ange.
Drama! Angie, because this is Angie's shit. She didn't connect the hose properly, so it was leaking.
Drama!
Angie's fault!
Poor Ange. Now let's get down to business, because helping me catch all this epic Flinders Ranges action was Santiago, Adrian the Pin-Up Boy, Rob the Mushroom Man, Trent the Master Chief, and Zdeneck the Mechanic. And whilst we're riding on board with Rob, who's riding on board his mighty Yamaha World Raid T7, well, what were the rest of us riding? Hardcore Mick, Santiago, and yours truly were all riding Yamaha T7s. Trent, our Master Chief, was flying on his 701 Husky. Adrian and Zdeneck the Mechanic were riding for Team KTM. Adrian the Pin-Up Boy was riding his 790 KTM, and Zdeneck was riding an 1190. Now, the folks here at Willow Springs don't really like people riding anything over 1,000 cc's here on the Skytrek trail. They've had issues with riders getting stuck and needing rescuing. They also told us that if we can get up this first hill without any issues, we could use the key they gave us, which unlocks the gate to much harder trails and bigger hill climbs. This would be our first challenge. Of course, we all passed our first test. It wasn't much of a test, really. We could now move to the next level, a level that would take us to the highest of heights. Now, shortly after conquering our first challenge, two riders rode straight past the lock gate, which unlocked the harder levels of Skytrek. You see, there are two ways back to Willow Springs from here, the hard way and the easy way. And I'm ashamed to say that one of those riders was me. The other one was hardcore Mick. Now, I stopped at the first T intersection I came to, but Mick did not. Thankfully, Adrian came and rescued me, and 6 riders passed through the lock gate, which took us to our next big hill climb. And catching all the action here was Adrian the Pin-Up Boy and Santiago. Unfortunately, my camera decided not to work, sadly missing me climb this hill on the back wheel. Well, we'd certainly hit the heights now, as we took the steep descent into the next valley that would take us to the biggest hill climb on Skytrek. The beautiful Flinders Ranges, named after Captain Matthew Flinders, British navigator and cartographer, leader of the first circumnavigation of Australia, and apparently he was a fellow adventure rider. In fact, he used to ride a Suzuki DR650. Not many people know that, but it's true. And whilst all this was going on, our mate Rob the Mushroom Man was having some dramas of his own. On his way down, he'd realised he had lost something. Poor Rob the Mushroom Man had lost his phone. And as he backtracked in search of his phone, I can tell you now that it won't be the last phone that we lose on this trip. But I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I'll just let the drama unfold naturally. I mean, you just can't make this shit up. Lucky for Rob, he did eventually find his phone. And whilst all this was going on, the boys and I were hill climbing. After I let Adrian the Pin-Up Boy beat me up this big bastard of a hill, it was time to send the drone up and catch all the action as Trent the Master Chief and Rob the Mushroom Man made their epic hill climb.
What happened?
This might give you an appreciation of how big these hill climbs really are, as Trent the Master Chief takes it like a pro. Just look at the boy go! Here comes Rob the Mushroom Man bringing up the rear. We were on top of the world now. The hardest part of Skytrek was done and dusted, and we could relax in the fact that it was pretty much all downhill from here. Well, what goes up must come down. We couldn't muck around all day playing with Fred Flintstone's car. Time to make tracks. Time to make our descent. Incidentally, we would complete this Skytrek track in about 4.5 hours. Yes, we stopped a few times, but for those that are coming after us, do yourself a favour and take a little time to check it out. Yes, we could have seen a lot more, but it just means we need to come back. What a day! What a ride! And we still had one last lookout to look at. This is where you can sign a book to say you've conquered the famous Willow Springs Skytrek. What a fantastic first day of riding! And if every day was like this, I'd be happy as a pig in shit. Nobody crashed, no one was hurt, and we only lost one rider. We normally factor in the loss of 2 riders per day, so we were doing well. Not to worry, Hardcore Mick would be waiting for us back at Willow Springs, along with another special guest for our ride tomorrow, Craig, aka Strange. So here we were, finally experiencing the magic of the Flinders Ranges, 700 million years in the making. And I for one couldn't wait for more. Tomorrow we were planning to ride the famous Mount Samuel track. And as we made our way back to our Willow Springs accommodation, I couldn't help but think, with a certain sense of excitement, how good it really was to finally be riding out here. Riding in this beautiful and ancient, rugged mountain landscape. The Flinders Ranges is a magic place, and we were certainly going to see as much of it as we possibly could. So until then, hit the like and subscribe button whether you like the video or not, and let me know what you think of the Flinders Ranges. I'm artist Wayne Dowsent, and thanks for watching everyone.